Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A with me, Iron Warrior Cosplay. And while we're here, we always do the little sign thing because we aren't live until we're live! How are we all doing? I hope you're all doing very well. Now, as you can see, fancy new camera! Look at we're in HD. It's a 1080. Oh, fancy. It's such a fancy camera. But before we get into that, I want to introduce my fantastic guest all the way from down under, Crusader Cosplay. How are you, my dude?
I am doing well. This is fun. I'm very happy to be here. This is awesome.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. So it is currently 4 a.m. for this guy. For those of you who want to know, the dedication is it is currently 4 a.m. for this guy. Honest to God. But I would like to just start off by saying as well, thank you so much to everyone for, their donations, their subs, their bits, everything that you guys have done. Because without you, I won't be able to upgrade the stream like this. What do you guys think? Isn't it fancy? It's widescreen. It's all clear and you can see stuff up close. It's so fancy. So without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I want to say thank you so much for that. Now, this mad lad right here has been talking to me during the stream, intro obviously, before we jumped on, and he has informed me that, because I asked like, oh, you've got that, that Space Marine you're building currently on your Instagram, and it's quite a new Instagram for those of you who have just started. It's a new Instagram. He has built 7 Space Marines in total. Hey, wow! Look at Chris, even. Sorry, Chris, you corrected me last time. 500 bits. Dude, thank you so much. Seriously. I once volunteered to be up at 4 a.m. to stream with Dovrig. Yeah, you did. Chaos Gold was literally like one of the guys was like 4 a.m. I'll be on with you.
That's dedication. That is dedication.
I mean, look at you. You're literally 4 a.m. as well. Chris, there you go. See how he's so happy. It's Chris. I try my best to remember. Dude, thank you so much for the 500 bits. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone in chat, hello. How are we all doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Also, the Galactic Elephant, praise be unto him. Praise be unto the Galactic Elephant, as we all do. Matt Cowlow has redeemed a Hydrate, Crusader. So, hydrate.
I have a bottle, I don't have a glass, though.
Hail, hydrate. I like that big old bottle.
That's the very last minute.
It's okay. 7 Space Marines, though, right?
7.
We can't even start the stream prop. This Chaos Scold has just thrown 1,000 bits in my face. My dude, we're not even past the intro yet. Dude, thank you so much. Seriously. Bitwar is currently going on. The Bitwar is happening. Let's carry on. 7 Space Marines. 2 to 3 you said 7. You built yourself.
Yeah.
You've helped with a few as well in terms of like, you're helping your friends to play. A Black Templar, an Emperor's Children, a Death Guard, a Space Woman, an Imperial... Ew.
Yeah, those boys in yellow.
Those horrible boys in yellow. What made you just jump in and be like, I'm just gonna build Space Marines? Just
it's actually funny. It's like so when I first did it, I was looking at building a Sand Trooper from Star Wars, and then while I was doing it, I remembered a friend of mine. He always did like Warhammer miniatures. I was like, those things look really cool, and I just ran and went like, has anyone ever actually tried building one of these large scale? So I actually looked. I was like, holy shit, there's like an entire community of people who actually build these like life-size detailed. I'm like, I am so jealous. And then I spent the next few years like looking like, how do you actually do this? So I didn't build one probably for like 6 years, because that was like 2014 or 15 when I actually first looked at them. And then I didn't build one until like 2018, 2019. And then yeah, I built my three, and then I got injured, so I just got into it and bought a kit I'd seen in the cosplay group.
You did mention you got injured. You knackered your hand. Was it your fingers, you said? Or
Yeah, I had, on this hand, my right hand, I think it's the same day or the following weekend, so I had the ring finger and that finger down here dislocated, and then the top was like all bruised and broken, and then the following weekend I broke, I think, those 3 fingers or something. It was brutal. So I was literally like, for a while, I just had crab hands, just crab people. It was brutal. It hurt like hell.
Okay, so there's so much happening. There's so much going on right now. Let's just start off. The Chaos Scold. Dude, thank you so much for 1,000 biddies. I really, really appreciate that. And Chris, thank you for the 500. We now have a hype train level 2 going on. And now, out of the blue, Alt Kitty with a raid. How are you, Alt Kitty? Thank you so much, you and your lovely people who have just jumped in. I was just on her stream not long before we jumped onto Zoom. I was chatting away in her stream, but then had to jump off to go get food. So, Alt Kitty, thank you so, so much. Welcome, everyone. Everyone who has just arrived, welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A with me, Iron Warrior Cosplay. We are live. And this lovely person here is the absolutely fantastic Crusader Cosplay, props. And he is an absolute mad lad, because it is currently 4 a.m. in the lovely land of Australia, down under. And he is on my stream chatting cosplay, because that's how addicted he is to it, and it's fantastic. So, genuinely, thank you so much for the raid. I really, really appreciate it. We currently have a level 2 hype train happening. It's madness. There's so much stuff happening, and we're barely into the stream. It's amazing. I can't get over it. I love you guys, honestly. So, with your crab hands, you stopped building.
Yeah, no, I stopped building for a while, and it's like I just kind of sat back and went, oh, I can still do like small stuff. And then I had a couple of friends who were interested in doing it, so I'm like, well, I can't exactly physically help you, so I just sort of went like scaling, like here's how high, like roughly, like if you want high, like here's how high they got to be, here's how you can make stilts, all that kind of stuff. I just sort of tried to tell them as best I could, here's what you can do to get the height, how to make the power packs, ways of cutting the foam, just all that kind of, just the basic stuff, really. Because I couldn't sew or anything like that, so I'm like, yeah, no, I got good at armor building because I wasn't the best at sewing.
Amen. I'm the same. I
tried.
I will work with foam till the end of my time, but I will not be able to sew. Hey, what? Seriously, this is absolute madness. Honestly, the Chaos Scold just gifted a tier 1 sub to Merlin. Merlin, welcome to the Iron Legion. Thank you so much, Chaos Scold. You're an absolute mad lad. We're currently on a level 3 hype train. This is absolute madness. You wanted the sub bar to see the magic number, but it didn't move. It didn't move again. Seriously, my sub bar is currently playing up. I think I have a feeling that it's been playing up just before the stream. It was going like up and down, and then it was like 71, and then it went down to 60, and then it was 67, and then 68 now, or was it 68 when the stream started? I'm not sure. I do apologize. I will check, and we will get that sorted. I do apologize, but Chaos Scold, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend. When it came to what chapters you yourself wanted to pick, is there any particular chapter you're fond of more than anything else?
Fond of more than anything else. I don't know. I mean, like everyone probably goes with the Templars. I was like, yeah, okay, I was probably the same because I liked their doctrine. I thought it was cool. I don't know. There's quite a few. There's like, I like the Salamanders. They're pretty cool. Like their doctrine is pretty cool.
Salamanders are pretty sick.
There was one chapter I remember reading about, and I can't remember their name, but they made the Space Wolves look very, very friendly compared to what they do. And it was in one of the chapter videos I watched, and I couldn't remember it. But Anyway, when I first did, yeah, I got really into the Space Wolves lore, and like I thought that was really interesting. And then the Templars I thought was really interesting, so I just kind of stuck with those two, which I think everyone probably sort of goes them. And because I couldn't really dig the Ultramarines, because when I was into Warhammer, it was everybody was just like the boys in blue, boys in blue, boys in blue. I'm like, I want something different because I'm so tired of hearing about Ultramarines.
Do you know what? I completely get where you're coming from in terms of the boys in blue, because you go to any GW, all the posters
It's
of the boys
literally
in blue.
Ultra Smurfs.
Yeah, all the box art is like boys in blue. All the it's all the boys in blue, and it's just
good old Ultra Smurfs.
constantly. The Ultra Smurfs are everywhere, and they're just non-stop.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
They're just non-stop. They're the never-ending tide of blue, and it's just grim. It's just grim.
The grim darkness that is blue.
The grim darkness that is blue is like the best way of saying it.
It is grim. It's like every Games Workshop you go to, it's like if it's not the price that's going to kill you, it's like, oh, what's that? That ugly shade of blue? Might as well just paint a Space Wolf. Even that blue is like hard to replicate.
Space Wolves are what? Space Wolves are kind of slightly...
Yeah, it's like that smoky blue-grey kind of colour.
Yeah, like...
Unless you do like a Rune Priest where it's like, I'm just going to paint you black. It's so easy.
By the way,
really cool.
Chaos Scald, by the way, can confirm we are on 69 subscribers, but the bar just hasn't updated, and I don't know why. So I do apologise for that. I tell you what we will do at some point. We will sort that out during the stream. It's not a problem. We have had a hydrate from Ranger of Krieg, from the man himself. If I'm right in saying you got a follow from a certain Ranger of Krieg just now.
Yes, I did. I just seen his follow earlier, and I was going through like some of his awesome terrain builds. So thank you so much for the follow. But I am now going to thoroughly enjoy going through all of your terrain builds, because that is one thing I too love doing. But no, they look awesome. I really love the one who's got the guard, just the one guard standing over the trench looking out. It's like, yes, come at me.
Come at me, bro. I love
It's
that.
like, this is my trench. What of it? I love it. Look, they look awesome.
I would really hope that Krieg would talk like that, but I think most of the time they just talk with like muffled gas mask noises.
Yeah, like the pyro in what's that game? The pyro from Team Fortress. Team Fortress.
Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, TF2. Yeah, I was like, I really feel like it'd just be like that kind of vocals. That'd be awesome. I would actually get on board for that. But yeah, we did this chat, like there was a stream I was on a while ago with some American friends, and we were discussing like, if you could have your own like chapter, whether it's like fan made or whatever, what would you go with? And I somehow got into the topic of, imagine if you had an extraordinary legionnaire of Space Marines, but they're just like elegant British gentlemen, like 12-foot tall, just power armor. It's like, I say good, sir. Just massive British Space Marines.
I do declare, and like his backpack has like tea making facilities in the back of it.
Yeah, literally, that's what we were discussing. It's like they like have like the Centurion tanks and all that have tea making facilities. Like you imagine like just giant Space Marines, but they're just like a league of like British gentlemen. I'm like, I would field the shit out of that army.
They would have to have like, instead of like like an Auspex eye that they have on the side of their helmet that they can like zoom in and stuff. Instead, it's like a monocle and then a top hat.
Yeah, adjustable monocle.
It's like and it would just like zoom in. That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you guys, by the way. Level 2 hype train emotes are now going out to everyone. Thank you so much to everyone who just jumped on that hype train. Seriously, holy crap, that was amazing. Also, for the Chaos Gold, because you're an absolute legend, I did indeed update the sub goal. We are now on 69 subscribers. That is very nice. Very nice. We were just talking Borat. We were just talking Borat before the stream, actually, and that was really fun. It's like, it's nice. But
it's very nice.
Honestly, thank you to everyone. Honestly, I can't get over the level of community that I have is crazy. Like the amount of people who have just jumped on. Recently, there was a fantastic article that went out on the Bell of Lost Souls and it just made me really, really happy. Like
I've seen that pop up, but I haven't read it yet. I saw it earlier. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna read that.
Oh, that was Jennifer. She was just so. She was actually on my stream the other day, and she is amazing. I love it a bit. And she made this beautiful article, and I got sent it like 50 times from different people, and I was just like, I have this link. I'm gonna post it now. So I had to post it and make sure that but I still kept getting sent it, and I absolutely love it. Like I genuinely can't thank her enough. And everyone who's read it and commented and stuff, I really, really appreciate it. It's absolutely awesome. But yeah, with that as well, Merlin has redeemed a hydrate. So remember before the stream, I was like, make sure you have something to drink. You can see why now, right? I hope your toilet's nearby.
Oh yeah, it's literally just at the door there. So.
but with that little card done there now, we are now getting into the main questions, the Ghostbusters clipboard, the main questions. So
get on board.
Tell me, my guy, how long have you been cosplaying now? Like, start to current day.
Let's do math. Let's do math. Okay.
I don't do math.
I'm like 24 now, and I started cosplay when I was 13. So I did cosplay when I was 13, and I think the first thing I did was it was a pirate. I found a photo of Blackbeard, so I did this really ornate sort of pirate. I've actually still got the jacket here for it as well.
No way.
But, yeah, I've still got it. Hold on.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Hold on, actually, while he's going to get that, I'm just going to jump over super quick. Just grab my pirate hat super quick and put on my pirate hat so that when he comes back, I'll be all pirated up.
I don't know how well this is going to show up.
I just thought I'd grab my pirate hat while, because you mentioned pirates, and I just moved my pirate hat on top of the shelf earlier, so I just thought, pirate hat time.
Yeah, because like on mine, it's like I've got like the back of it, and then it's like,
have you got a virtual background on currently?
Yeah, hold on.
Right. I was going to say, because it's not, sadly, it's not allowing your jacket to be shown up.
I will try.
Invisibility coat. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
The coat of invisibility. Oh, look at that. That's so cool.
So, I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but it's got like the buckle. I don't know how to show this on camera, but yeah, it's like an old sort of piratey captain jacket.
That's a very piratey type coat. I like that.
It's really nice and comfy too. Like it's got the coolest part I've like is like it's actually got these like eagles like encrusted into the buttons. Like,
ooh, are they like brass buttons?
Yeah, they're actual brass. They're not like replica. These are actual brass.
That's nice.
Made out of but the funniest part is some of these, what they're actually made of, they're recycled I think shotgun rounds or something. Like these are the base of a shotgun cartridge.
Oh my god, I need and then those.
They're like
I need buttons made out of shotgun cartridges. That's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I've still got some of my old like cosplay stuff. It's really great. I've kept a lot of it. Some of it has disappeared over the years, but still have it. Still got some stuff.
I decided to just throw on my pirate hat super quick, but also question from chat as well is: does your coat have a wand pocket?
Actually, you know what? I've never actually checked.
see if it has a wand pocket. See if you can put a wand in one of the pockets inside, because wand pockets are a thing. Iron Pirate confirmed. Yes, indeed, I am the Iron Pirate. Interesting time to redeem a hydrate during technical difficulties, but it was fine. I needed a drink during the technical difficulties. It was fine, but yeah, I mean, 10 years time. I mean, for example, you were doing it since what? You said you were 13. You said
13 when I sort of first started doing it. Yeah.
So
it's good fun. Yeah, be something I'd still do in 10 years if I can. Yeah, because it was fun when I first got into it, and I still enjoyed it as much as I did back then. So. Yeah, I'd still keep it up if I can.
Awesome.
It's good fun.
Your current Space Marine build then, what are you working on right now? Because if you guys go to his Instagram, it is a brand new Instagram as well. If you guys go check it out, he's currently building. He's currently building yet another Space Marine.
Yeah, so I've got two that I'm currently working on, courtesy of my friend from Poland in the 40k group.
Yes.
I can never pronounce his name properly.
For those of you in chat, many people in chat will know him. That is Wojtek. You guys might have seen him on the 40k cosplay page. It is Wojtek who just crazy quickly builds spaceman cosplays.
I'm glad someone else pronounced it because I knew I was going to butcher that name. But yeah, he had a kit for sale and I saw it, so I bought it. And I'm still waiting for it to get here because like Australia, where shipping here is like it's crap. But anyway, So what I've actually gone with this one, I'm doing a Space Marine that I've never ever seen anyone else do, and I've turned my Templar into a Black Templar Marshal. I've never seen anyone do that before, so I'm like, you know what, that's different. I'm gonna go with that.
So what are you doing differently to him? What are you doing differently to him to make him a Marshal?
So it'll be like a full ornate robe, like from like across here, like various lettering across the other pauldron, chain and ceremonious robe, like full on crown and everything. Not a high marshal, but like a high-ranking marshal.
But a high-ranking marshal,
something different. Yeah, so it'll be like I've called mine like Marshal Septimus of the Black Templars.
That sounds pretty sick. Oh, I love that. Ranger of Krieger just posted a link there. Black Templar Marshal build. That is pretty sick.
So that's what mine's called. It's called Brother Septimus of the Black Templars.
Brother Septimus. That's pretty badass. I love that.
So awesome. It makes me feel really cool saying it.
It is. Dude,
I like the name.
That is a badass
brother.
name.
It's awesome.
Name. I love that.
The name was the hard part to come up with. Like, it's like Brother Septimus. So that is pretty cool.
Now, considering the fact that, you've built several Space Marines...
been a part of and built, yes.
Been a part of and built, obviously.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite cosplay so far? It doesn't have to be one of your Space Marines, but like out of all the cosplays you've done so far, what would you say is your sort of numero uno?
I mean, the Space Marines are cool, but I would actually say I really enjoy doing a Sand Trooper from Star Wars.
The Sand Trooper from Star Wars?
That was really fun. Like, I think they are really cool. The Sand Trooper... And the, I don't know, those are probably my two favorites would be the Space Marines and again the Sand Trooper because we had like the full orange pauldron, like the heavy machine gun. I'm like, that was just really fun because they looked really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, other than that, I'd say probably that one. I'd pick those two.
That's awesome. I love that because
I've done other weird stuff, but yeah. I think the weirdest cosplay I ever did was like I did a wizard. That was interesting. That was I don't know.
The thing is that you've got quite a wizardy vibe though. With the hair and I mean you are currently lit up like you're holy currently.
I've got the light up there.
Have you ever considered doing a Jesus Christ cosplay? Don't tell me you already have.
No, actually, so for anyone here who's never been to Australia, it's some cosplayers you can get really badly ridiculed in poor taste, and I had a friend of mine who went as like Alucard from Hellsing, and I thought it was a really thing, and the amount of a crap he caught for being like anti-religious and stuff like that, I was like, dude, that's messed up.
Really?
Like, he got like all these like hate posts on his Instagram, and then his Twitch channel got deleted because they thought he was like anti-Semitic, like racist. I'm like, how? He's just done one cosplay.
That's
it's like one time out of 10 you'll get one person that gets like ridiculed. Otherwise, it's not so bad over here, but. Yeah, it's hard to like cosplay here because like we have a lot of judgmental characters, and I guess cosplay is relatively new compared to like the US and the UK and that kind of stuff. Like we have big name events here, and we have like Supernova. Events. Yeah, we've got like Supernova. We've got like our version of Comic Con. We have another one. It's like an anime one, Neko Nation, which I don't know if you guys have that, but if anyone does. Do message me or something because I'd love to see what it's like in another country. But yeah, we've got like I think it's Neko Nation, Supernova, Comic Con, and then we have like other mini events throughout the year. So we've got like medieval festivals and stuff like that, which they're good fun. I go to them when I can because like it's just really fun. Like, yeah, We had a dude who used to go there and he used to make his own chainmail, which I thought that was actually really impressive.
I do like people who make their own chainmail. I've actually seen several people make their own chainmail. I'm actually currently trying to work on like files and stuff to make EVA foam chainmail. I think that.
Yeah, because I know Wojtek. He sent me a photo. He did like a Nurgle Space Marine, and I think he's like on the stomach. He did like this foam chainmail, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask you so many questions because I was like, but I was like, oh, I don't want to annoy him because like he is a really nice guy, and it's like I don't want to be like every message like, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? But it's like on his it looked awesome.
We have a question from chat. Ranger Cosplay, didn't Neko Nation shut down?
Yeah, I believe so. Neko Nation, I think a while ago was in Sydney, our capital city, and then I think hold on, actually I can answer that properly because a while ago my friend Kayla, she's really into like that kind of stuff, and I swear she posted something not long ago about it. I'll just have a quick look here.
We have a fair few events and stuff over here.
I'm pretty sure it did shut down, and it wasn't really because of anything bad. I think it was literally just because of the numbers, and then with Nurgle's latest concoction hit us. A lot of things got shut down.
Nurgle's latest concoction. That is a good way. Yes. I've not heard it say like Nurgle's latest concoction. That's great.
I said it to a Warhammer friend of mine who he 3D prints bolters and like props like that, and he's just like, oh, there's a delay in shipping because of like Nurgle's current like plague, and he's just like, I've never heard anyone call them like. There's so many people in Warhammer, and it's like no one's ever gone like, oh yeah, coronavirus, Nurgle's latest. I'm like, how's no one thought of this?
I mean, I've heard people say it's like Nurgle's, like, oh, that the old case of the Nurgles. By the way, remember I was telling you pre-stream about this guy called Zug? Well, he has just redeemed a Hydrate, and Zug is here, my dude! Zug is here!
Hello there.
Hail Hydrate there. Zug, how are you doing, my dude? Zug is an absolute legend.
Okay, so to answer Kreeg's question properly, my dude, rather than Neko Nation being an event, from what I can figure out, they've turned it into a nightclub. So
wait, what? That's
actually, no, I'm learning something here every day, so I'm going to turn this filter off and actually share this with you people because this is hilarious.
That sounds brilliant. They've turned it into a club.
Oh, you say that now, but
no. Are you about to? Are you about to tell us it's something really bad?
Well, it's like, oh yeah, it's like Neko Nation, like dance and nightclub, and it's like, yeah, that's the. That doesn't exactly.
Is that the page?
I was like, you've ruined it. You've ruined it. But yeah, so like, apparently there's one here in Adelaide, which is where I am, and then I think so it says Neko Nation is a unique themed club event. I never seen in Australia featuring DJs playing a variety of J-rock, J-pop, J-core, K-pop, bubblegum pop. No idea what that even is.
Bubblegum pop is a new one to me. Pinkthorn just said Slanesh is pleased.
Oh, in so many ways. And it's like with songs and remixes. Oh no, so it says with songs and remixes from games, animes, and even memes. How do you make music out of memes? I don't even want to touch this. That's cancer.
The Chaos Skull just says, brother, get the flamer. The heavy flamer. Yes,
literally, get the heavy flamer.
That's awesome. Oh, God. But what we'll do is we'll try and push that bubblegum pop as one of those blue fizzy drinks for 20p. I love that, Merlin. You crazy man.
That's classic. Even I get that, and I live over here.
But moving over to cosplay again and trying to forget that there's a club with. They're trying to forget trying to forget what we just heard.
That needs a good old Inquisition.
just wait, can we exterminatus just the night? Does that work?
Can you imagine that?
Just the night. What is the most expensive cosplay you've made to date?
Most expensive cosplay.
And you don't have to tell us exactly how much it is. You don't have to tell us how much it was at all. It's just more which one was it more particularly, like which one was the most expensive one that you've done?
Okay, it wasn't actually. Do props count, or like do you mean like just like armor or
an actual full cosplay? Because I have the same question later on about props. So
okay. Cosplay, the most expensive cosplay. cosplay.
Tactical lance strike incoming. Just on the
I
club.
love it.
Oh man.
Oh, that's good. Okay, most expensive cosplay. Okay, most expensive cosplay, I reckon, would probably be. It was a character from the Alien vs Predator franchise. One of the Wayland Yutani characters, like the full spacesuit, like.
Oh wow.
That costed like it wasn't actually me building it, but I had a friend of mine who was really into Alien, and again, like he wanted to get into cosplay, and I was just making the Predator gauntlets, like I was trying to figure out how you do them, and he's just like, oh, I really like the space armor, so I was like, well, I don't know, I'm kind of doing the same thing, so we'll just team up. Yeah, we did that one, which I think ran probably close to probably $2,000. Because like he went and got like actual like aeronautical like proper, and then like put actual armor over it. But yeah, it'd be tied between that one and the Sand Trooper. The Sand Trooper cost almost $4,000 to get like the actual 501st Legion approved moldings, blasters.
That actually hurt.
Everything.
God,
Yeah.
That number hurt to hear.
I know. It's like it. Yeah. Just right in the inner child.
That's pretty. Right in the bank account. That was rough.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know I've seen people do Space Marines and stuff like, and I mean, I like Wojtek as like, he has like payment plans. He's super friendly, easy to communicate with. And I remember I asked this one dude one day on Etsy, because actually that's when I first got into cosplay, how I actually found the armor. I was seeing people on Etsy selling it. And there was one dude had an armor like yours, and it was really ornate, really detailed, and he's selling them on Etsy for $14,000. I'm like, how the hell can you justify that?
Yeah, it is. Like, it is. It's
like honestly, if I had 14, like okay, if I rounded off, if I had 20 grand, and I had the choice to do anything with cosplay, I would literally build an entire Astartes unit. I would build 10 armor and just get like friends to dress up and just go out as a squad.
And just like walk in a line, like in synchronized,
yeah,
like walk next to each other in sync. That would be insane.
Just like full like hell march of Space Marines of like greetings human.
So that's about £2,216 for the Sand Trooper. Oof, that's a chunky bill. Man alive. And the thing is though, I picked this up because like on the other side of the coin, what is the cheapest cosplay you've ever done? Like bare bones,
cheapest cosplay.
Like something like you're just like, oh cool, I found this bandana. Now I'm this person, kind of thing. Like it was either free or you spent just a little bit of money on.
Cheapest cosplay. Okay, so cheapest cosplay I did, but I actually thought it looked really good. I did a gunslinger. So I went as like an old like bounty hunter / like sheriff gone rogue, because like when I'm working, most of the clothes I have are very similar, and plus I used to go on property, so I had like the thick ass jeans, like the thick ass original like button up style shirt. So I went as like an old gunslinger. I've got like an old cowboy hat, and it had these braids. Actually, it's not in this room, is it? No. But I had this cowboy hat, and like around the edge of the hat, it had like this, I don't know what you call like leather binding.
Yeah.
And it was actually funny. It was thick enough where I could actually like sort of press down on it. I could actually like slot bullets through it. So I put all these like bullets around the hat. Even though they weren't like accurate, I just had these old like 303 British rounds, and I'd just slot them through it. And so I had this old like gunsling, and then I had like a couple of like little badges on the side, and yeah, so that was good fun. Yeah, I'd say the gunslinger / cowboy I did.
That sounds.
Yeah, it was good fun. I liked it.
Pretty sick. Yeah, it literally that sounds like a hell of a laugh. Like just walk. Thing is though, did you walk around town stopping people and telling them that that this town isn't big enough for the two of you?
No, I never did that, but I did have a lot of like kids coming up and do like the whole like finger bang thing, and I'd just be sitting there like like you know like quick draw on them and stuff like that. It was good fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Just like what 20 paces, turn and shout bang.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. Yeah, like kids would come up, you just like finger bang. Like it was really fun. But I did have a prop. I had a couple of prop revolvers, but this was like when you were allowed to do it. It was okay. Now they're kind of like, yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, I like that. We just have the Chaos Skull say, "It's high noon. It's high noon, boy." It's like, I love that.
Oh, bang bang, son. Yeah, no, that was good fun. I actually enjoyed that. I want to do another one, but like, I want to do like a really sort of like a really old school like gunslinger, like get like the shotgun on the back or something, and I want to do another one. It's just like I don't know what to do. I don't know.
That's the thing though. If you're spoilt for choice in terms of what you can do, which is great, really.
I know, I love it, but it's like when it comes to what do I want to do, it's like,
Well,
I would love to do another one.
The stop motion girl walks off into sunset.
Ha!
I like that.
Oh, yeah, I would actually do that. If I could take a photo doing that, that'd be great.
That would be fun. Just you walking off into the distance, like, see you later, kid. Like,
yeah, literally.
And then, like, just walk off into and then slowly, like the sand blows across and suddenly you vanish. And it's like, oh, he's mysterious.
I could actually go to a friend of mine. He's got a property out and like away from me. He's got this. He's on like 250,000 acres, and he's actually got horses out there. So I could actually go out there and be like, I'm just gonna borrow your horse real quick.
I'll bring just stand next to it, petting it, and just have photos of you looking off into the distance, like.
Oh no, I can actually ride it. I can actually ride a horse. So I'd actually like borrow and be like, "What up? You're mine now. I'm keeping your horse."
I like that. Chaos Score just said, "You turn, tip the hat, and then freeze frame." Like, I love that. Just
no,
turn
I can
your
do
hat,
that.
tip the hat, and then freeze.
Shut
frame.
up and take my
Out
money.
of all the events you've done in Australia, then including all the ones that you listed and stuff, what's your absolute favorite convention that you've like been to?
Oh,
it doesn't necessarily have to have been in cosplay either, but it's like, what's your favorite event if you had to pick one?
Oh, favorite event would be probably. I don't know, I'd probably say Supernova. That's pretty fun. That's like they're pretty relaxed on their rules, so I'd probably pick Supernova. Like Oz Comic Con's fun, but like Supernova. Oh, we got this other one. Actually, hold on. What's that one called? My friend volunteers at it. I can't remember its name, but there's. Oh, what is it called?
Are you serious?
Oh, stop.
Cypher is back. So we just got there's a guy or a girl. I don't know who it is, but it's Cypher. That's what we're calling it. And every time they tip, they call themselves Cypher. They donate money like crazy, and I don't know who it is. Cypher, thank you so much for the £24. Dude, seriously, thank you so much. I'm really sorry I missed that. The notification didn't pop up. Or by the way, did the notification pop up for everyone? Because I did sort that out. Let me know if the notification did. I wasn't sure. Apologies for interrupting you. That turns out I didn't.
No. So I honestly cannot remember the name of this event.
That's okay. It turns out that the notification didn't come up for me unless I just missed it. Did anyone manage to catch it? Yeah, you saw it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, it came up on screen. I've had that confirmed. Awesome. Thank you so much. Nate the Chill Valhallan, one of my moderators, has redeemed Hydrate.
Alright, hold on.
But while you're looking for that one, I know that Supernova is a big one for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, Supernova's fun. Actually, no. If I had to pick a favorite event, it's sort of gonna sound biased as all hell. We have a league here. Yeah, we have a league here in Adelaide where it's like the Adelaide like tabletop wargaming event, and I've been just to like watch and actually like watch friends play and stuff. But then it's like when I was showing them like talking about like because like I've never ever actually, this is funny, I've never ever actually done a Warhammer miniature. The only one I've ever done was a Vindicator tank, and that's all I ever did. And they're like, why is that? I'm like, well, I've got the life size. Like, I don't really need to do a tabletop. And the guy like, oh, have you got any photos? So I was like, I showed him the one Wojtek did. I said, this is what I'm working on. And he's just like, oh, if you ever like finish it, can you come to our event and like stand at the door and like do like the COVID check-in just as a space room? I'm like, yes, I will do that.
That would be sick. That would be so cool.
So I would probably say them because they're a small time event, and I like usually the smaller events because like you have a chance to meet more genuine people who like the same things. So I would probably go with them. They're really cool.
Do you know
and he's just like,
I completely get what you mean by like the smaller events, you meet more genuine
Yeah.
people. Because I've been to like the big events and stuff, and it's yeah, you meet people, but it's not as
Yeah, like you don't really remember them. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like I've had times where it's like I've gone out and it's like there'll be kids coming and want to take photos, or there'll be like that one genuine guy who's like all the way on the other side and he sees your army, you're like, holy shit, there's a space. I really want to go and meet that guy. But like, you know, because the events are so big, sometimes you don't get to meet the people or they don't get to come and see you. And they're like, oh, like I saw this guy at like such and such event as a space room, but didn't get to meet him. And you kind of see the post, you're like, oh, like,
yeah. I've had that.
I would love to have actually go up and like chat to him, like, well, here's how like the armor's built, and like actually talk to him. Like, I love doing that. It's awesome. But
it's one of those things where when you get to experience that, like when someone comes on and goes, "Hey, how did you do this?" and then you get to go like, "Hey,
yeah, it's like you can sit there and go like, oh. Yeah, like here's how you do it. Here's what I did, or here's like what my friend did. Yeah, and you just like tell them it's awesome. I love doing it. Like there was a guy, I think what's his name, Gary Steely, I think's his name. If I butchered that, I'm very sorry. But
oh, was he the Crimson Fist?
Yeah, the Crimson Fist dude.
Gary Sturley or Gary
yeah,
Sterling?
I'm sorry if I got his name wrong, but
no, so I bought his files for the Power Fist fingers to get them 3D printed.
I watched him make that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of his videos. I'm just like, that is awesome. There's another really cool dude called Wellington Iron Man, and he actually built a full movie replica of the Iron Man armor, and then he also, I think, did a Crimson Fist, and his was really cool because he actually showed you how to glue the foam, and he was very ornate and detailed in the instructions. Like, here's how you glue it, here's how you bond it, here's how you cut it, and how to make. Although he could have been a bit better showing it, but I mean, he did a really awesome job.
It's the fact that content is out there now for people who are starting
off,
so they can sort of do
when
that.
I first started doing it was great. Before I knew Wojtek or met anyone like Terry or anyone like that, it was kind of like, how do I do this? You're just like that little kid just shrinking, like, help me.
McKay Cosplay was saying back when we were talking about events, he said, yeah, it's not a transaction, it's an experience.
It's fun.
Which is so true.
I've sadly met people who do cosplay purely for the fact that they're getting paid to show up, and if they weren't, I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not really into that. Like I got offered by the tabletop group here. They're like, oh, we'll pay you to show up. Like, honestly, no, I'd rather just a couple of drinks or something. Just if you got like a bar, just give me like a beer or two. I would much rather that and stand there and mingle with people rather than like walk away with a paycheck. I find it more fun socializing with people. It's like, it's such a fun community.
You should drink.
It's fun,
you should drink in the suit, because me and David Roth do when we go to Sci-Fi Weekender, and then that's when the dancing Space Marines happen, because we get drunk and dance.
Oh, I love that. The epic sax when that thing.
The saxophone. Yeah.
That was great. The boom sax thing. That was awesome.
Ranger of Creek was actually the one who filmed that for me. Ranger of Creek was the one in the car park with me filming it. So
yeah, no.
That was really fun.
I remember the meme of strolling through Ultramar, and I think I've seen you do it. I'm like, oh, that is fucking funny. That was great.
It is hilarious. I love that. McKay Cosplay with the hydrate. Yeah. Oh, it's going to get to that point now where one of us is going to have to pee. Now, this is another question where it's sort of the good and bad, yin yang, the sort of both sides of the coin kind of thing. We'll start with the nice positive one, which is sort of what is your absolute favorite part of cosplay?
The absolute favorite part, honestly, painting. Like fabric, building stuff's fun, but I love the painting side. It's like one of my favorites. It can be tedious. But I love the painting. Like, if you're doing armor, it's like, you can do anything. You can have the armor where it's factory, brand new, freshly built, to battle damaged and worn. Other than that, it's like one of my favorite parts is like if you're stuck on something or doing a cosplay and you're at like events and you meet other people and you see them in a cosplay you like or are trying to do something similar, and when you can all get together and like sort of socialize and like, here's how you do it. Like, I like the camaraderie, like the people and painting. It's fun because you can meet some really awesome people, really helpful people, And plus, it makes it more like fun. Like I know like with a lot of young women when they do cosplay, they feel nervous going to events by themselves. And
Which
then,
is
but
a
like you know,
shame,
when you
really.
meet, yeah, and but when you make friends or like you know you meet someone who's like equally shy or it's their first event, you can team up together. Go, oh hey, like if you live near each other or interstate and you're traveling, you can at least have someone you can go with or talk to or you know like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like you can meet people and like build your confidence, give you ideas or inspiration. So it's like I'd say painting and just people in general is pretty fun.
Well, luckily, like for example, every event I go to, pretty much every event, like 99.9% of the events I go to, I go with Harry because he's my spotter. So like, you know, an event will be like, hey, do you want to come to this event? I'm like, yes, I'll go there, and we get everything sorted, and like we grab our hotel and stuff, and then I always pick up Harry on the way. It's like Harry's like, hey,
No,
are you free to
that's
spot this
awesome.
weekend? He's like, yeah, I can spot this weekend. I'm like, thanks, Harry, and then we'll like he'll jump. I'll go pick him up. We'll jump in together. We'll go there, and then
That's awesome.
it's a
I
great
love
weekend.
that.
It's
That's
a great weekend.
awesome.
Every spotter, like we call them Harrys because they're all Harrys. Like every one of them. You should get yourself a Harry. Harry's a great spotter. Like, you should get
I
yourself
think
a Harry.
I'm pretty sure Jess would probably be my spotter because I would say that is the one worst part of like the space marine. It's like trying to like see like your own feet. It's like, oh, is there anyone
Oh, so
there? You
Jess
just
then Jess is your Harry. You see,
yeah,
Jess is your
essentially.
Harry.
Yeah.
Jess is your Harry. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
she would probably be my spot if we went to an event and so because I remember Terry telling me a story. He was at an event, and I think it was in one of I don't think it was his Terminator armor, but like a kid had like run up to him, and he said like his armor like he was feeling heavy and sluggish, and some kid was like sitting on his boot like hugging his leg, and he's trying to like walk, and I'm like that's kind of fucked up, but I'm also like that is kind of funny, but I'm like oh, that would like that would drag you down so much. Trying to walk, you like you know, like the dog humping your leg, you kind of like get off.
I
just
like that. I like just trying to shake a kid off your leg, like.
yeah, because like, he told me that story, and I was like, oh, that's so funny.
The stop
And then he's
motion
trying to
girl
walk
just
and his
said,
kid's
"You're
hugging
a
him.
spotter, Harry."
Oh, good lord, you're a wizard, Harry.
Good days
I'm a
in
what?
says good days in Krieg. Aussie Harry, that sounds dangerous. Zug just said the information
That does sound
from
dangerous.
of experience and skill combined to help anyone who asks. Exactly. Zug's got it. Zug's got it. Harry just said, "I'm a what? You're a spotter, Harry. You're a legend, Harry." But oh, there we go. Because you froze there for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Yeah,
being...
no, I was just changing the internet over.
Oh, there you go. Cool. So, in terms of you said your favorite part. What is now like your least favorite part of cosplay? And don't say it's kids holding onto your leg while you're trying to walk.
No, least favorite part would be like okay, so it's not like the what do you call it okay, one part I don't like is like people who do the whole like they don't have a cosplay but they like think they can tell you how to build it.
Oh,
So,
that's one of my favorite things. I've had people
like I
online,
love it, but
like
it's
people
also
online
like I
will be
hate
like,
it.
you know, oh, you've done this wrong, you've done that wrong, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Hey, do me a favor, can you do me
Yeah,
a
show me
solid?
yours.
Could you send me the pictures of your one and show me how you
love
did it to correct this issue, so then I can also do that, and then it'll look better. And then, oh, I don't have one. It's like, well then, shut the fuck
Well
up.
then, yeah, I love that. It's like I hate it, but I love it. It's like yeah, when people sit there and go like, oh well, I would have done this. I'm like, yeah, well, when you build yours, you can do whatever the
When you do
fuck
it, you can
want.
do it. Exactly. It's like it's like here you go. Here's the knife. Here's some glue. Here you go. There's some glue. Go build the thing and then tell me how it goes.
Yeah, that would be the biggest annoyance. Otherwise, like things I really hate oh no, just like the ones who think they're like the absolute like oh, okay, I'd say lore nerds. When it comes to armor building, there's always that one character who's like, oh, you've used like the wrong type of chainmail. It's like, I'm wearing chainmail and armor. You're really going to argue with me? That is a really stupid thing to do.
We tend to call them like anoraks. Like they tend to be the anoraks. Like,
Oh,
that chainmail isn't quite what you should be using for that armor. It's like, please, just stop, my dude. Like, just stop. I love that
no,
though.
I love
Harry
that.
just
That's
said,
hilarious.
forms a pack with the wombats and digs trenches more efficiently. Remember the three F's, sorry? Fighting, feeding, and procrastination.
I mean,
like
a
that.
wombat
Nate
would help
said,
you dig,
Nate
alright?
said,
Just
if,
probably
if,
a little
if
too
they aren't
well.
funding you, feeding you, or fucking you, they don't get to say anything. I like that. That's so good. That's
Well,
great.
if they aren't funding you, feeding you, or fucking you.
Yeah. If they aren't funding you, feeding you, or fucking you, they don't get a say.
Oh,
That's the three F's,
shit,
my
that's
dude.
funny. No, that's good. I like that one. That's got to become a thing. I love it. Whoever said that, that is great. You've got to get that
We've
going.
had two people say, we've had Zug say it, and we had Nate the Chill Valhallan say it as well. So that they both said
get that
it in their
going
own
as
way.
a trend. I'd get on board for that. That's got to become a trend.
The three
I
F's
would
on
sponsor
Twitter is
that.
trending. My gift to
That's
you all. Thank
great.
you so much, Nate. Thank you so much, Nate.
No, well done. That is awesome. That is a great. I'm going to remember that. That's great.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually. Right, this one's quite an interesting one. It's always quite good to sort of hear what answers people have for this. But how do you view yourself as a cosplayer?
How do I view myself?
Because it's always good. It's always something you have to have a sort of a fairly decent image of yourself as a
Yeah.
cosplayer. But it's always that kind of question I ask, and I've had such a nice mix of answers, and it's always a different answer every time. It's really nice.
I don't know. If I was coming to cosplay, I would like to think, if someone like were to go like, oh, like what's he like? I'd like to think people who come up to me like he's resourceful or like, you know, like approachable.
Yeah.
I never want to come off as like, oh, like yeah, like he's just a dick. He'll tell you how to do it, and it's like, but he won't like show you where to get materials or like, you know, or he'll build it and like, you know, but he'll charge you for it. And I'm like, no, I'd like to be thought of as like, just like I'd like to be thought of like positive. I'd like to be think if someone's like, oh, how do you do something? You can come to me. I'll happily sit there and be like, here's how you build it. Here's how you do it. Here's how to piece everything together. Like, I don't know. I'd like to say like approachable and friendly, and I never want to come off as like one of those cosplayers who's just like an absolute dick. Which we've all come across them. Like the
Trust me.
like you know, like stay 5 feet from my armor. It's like I'm not going to touch your armor, you idiot. I do my own. I'm smart enough not to touch other people's shit.
Well, I mean, for example, the Galactic Elephant. We've been chatting for. Galactic Elephant. How long have we been chatting for? We've been chatting for a while, I think. But like, I've been giving him like all the advice and stuff that I could, you know, and all the updates I keep getting from him. Keep sending me updates of like how he's building and stuff.
Oh,
it's insane.
See, I love that. Oh,
it makes me so happy, right? Isn't it like the nicest thing?
I would love to add that. So if I could add what I like so I love when people do that, whether it's advice I've given them or not. I love when people go say, oh, like, you know, oh, I'm doing this cosplay. Thank you for your help. I just want to change this. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But when they send me like the progress shots of like, oh, that's so cool. Like, it's
really
like you're
is,
actually doing it. Like,
oh my God.
I've met a lot of.
Has it been almost a year? Apparently, it's been almost a year that we've been chatting. That's madness. Nice. But he awesome. Started streaming now. He does streams now. And
wicked.
He's building his hammer on streaming people, which is showing people that kind of stuff. It's really awesome. It's really, really awesome. It's really great to see. I jump in every now and again because he comes to my streams and I jump into his as much as I can. And it's
awesome.
Absolutely fantastic.
I love
Since
that.
May last year. That's crazy. Since the time goes by during lockdown, I tell you. But no, I mean, I'd say, like, I mean, I messaged you thinking, because you're very approachable, I messaged you thinking, yeah, I'll ask him, because, like, he's a nice guy.
Fun,
don't get me wrong, there are some people I have got on, like, my Instagram and stuff that I do follow that I think, I don't think I'll approach them, because of, like, it'll either be of, like, posts I've seen, or it'll be, like, of, you know, videos I've seen or whatever, and they just kind of like, I don't know, should I? It
gives you that vibe where you're like, what's this person?
Yeah, it gives you kind of that thing like, should I have him on stream, or is it gonna like, will it turn into a massive like fire?
like is it gonna be like, like the one thing I would hate is like, imagine if you're doing a stream. And like, say for you got like other people who've done a space marine, and it just turns like a good old cock off. Like, who's got the better space? Like,
I've got the biggest space marine. No wait, that's an orc. Hold on.
Yeah.
Get off my ship, space marines. Oh God, I love that. But no, I'd say you're very approachable.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's not a single Australian I've spoken to that I've not liked yet.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
If there's one thing I would say, it's like I love when people like whether they take advice or not. I love when you tell people and they actually go out and do build their cosplay. Like that is awesome. I love seeing it when they actually do build their stuff or send you updates. I love seeing it.
It is great, isn't
It's great.
it? Like
It's good fun.
seeing like how much he's come along, and then suddenly he messaged me asking like, how did you do your shoulders? And it was kind of like cracks knuckles. Right, call me. I've got so much to tell you because it's like this isn't something I'm gonna type like a massive essay out. Like I'm just talk to you and tell you.
Yeah, I've had people. I was saying that they're going like, oh, like I really like your pauldrons, and like, please don't ask, please don't ask, please don't. And they're like, how did you do it? I'm like, fuck. And you sit there and kind of like, whoa, it's like a novel, like how to just do a pauldron.
Dearest Augustine.
Like, I hope this fine winter's day finds you quite well.
Yeah, like from Family Guy when he's like, dearest Augustine, I hope this recent damp hasn't affected your grey lung. Dip, dip, dip,
yeah,
dip,
he's
dip,
got
dip.
like the feather pen. He's like dip, 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 dip. Yeah.
I love that. I love
like manuscript on how to. Here's how thou shalt complete thy pauldron.
Printeth thine peppercura files, and place thine on flat surface, and tape thy together. We've got something. A massive fire. Matt says, massive fire, like a fire. Can we put those people on a bonfire? It's like just put those people on a bonfire. It's like, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, I've met a few people I wouldn't mind throwing on a bonfire. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've met a few people that can incinerate themselves. Yes.
Ooh, this is interesting. We have a question from the chat from Nate the Chill Valhallen, one of my moderators. Question: have you thought about building / painting a custom Space Marine?
Yeah, I have actually thought about doing it, and it's like if it's more like if someone came to me with it and they said, "Can you paint this?" Yeah, I would. It's like as to okay, so for example, my marshal for the Black Templars isn't actually all black, so my marshal is a custom theme. So the armor is black, but his pauldrons are red, white, and gold.
Red, white, and gold.
So white in the middle with a red inner border, and then the outside is gold. And then I'm going to be adding like these 1-inch rivets going around to make it look like it's all been studded. But yeah, I would absolutely paint one. If I was going to paint a custom Space Marine, I'd probably try and find someone who's going to do a chapter you never hear about. Like I know there's literally a Space Marine chapter that literally looks like the Phantom from the comic book series, The Phantom. And if I ever met anyone doing that, I would paint that. That'd be so much fun. I would absolutely love to do a custom paint. Oh, wait, does he mean like an actual, like the cosplay one? Do you mean like the tabletop one? Because I do, if he means like life size, yeah, I would absolutely love that.
No, I think life size is what we're talking about.
I would do that.
I think Nate would have specified like miniature if otherwise.
Unless I'm wrong. If it was like a cosplay, yeah. I would love that. Yeah, if anyone ever presents that chance, I would love to do that. There you go.
Yes, cosplay. That's what you were talking
about. Yeah, I would do that.
Oh. But what got you into it all? What started you off on your cosplay journey? What gave you that sort of that push down the rabbit hole of like, oh no, now I'm addicted to foam and contact cement and hot glue and rage.
Well, I'll quickly answer that in a sec. I just got to quickly go run and get my laptop charged. I've left it just outside my door here.
That's all right. You go grab that. I will entertain chat. But it won't take long. I will say this though. Whoever Cypher is, reveal yourself. I have so much love to give you and so many thanks to give you because man, seriously, the donations and everything really mean a lot. Like without your donations, without your support, without subscribers, without all of you, without you as a community, I wouldn't be able to do what I do, and also I wouldn't be able to buy amazing new tech like this. That makes the streams so much more better. Let me know, by the way. I will be watching this stream when I go in because I'd very much like to know if the camera quality has really drastically improved. And I feel like it has. I have got a top-down camera. My top-down camera is my old camera that used to be the one that faces me. The very terrible... 4-pound one that I bought, I sort of wrapped the cable around it and just put it in a drawer because it still works, but it's just not the best. So I'll jump on that. Lol. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh wait, hold on. Do we all go? Do we all go? I am Spartacus to protect Cypher. So get this, they're all protecting Cypher. They won't tell me who he is. It's dramatically changed the color of your shirt, and I'm questioning whether it's red or orange. It is red, but I think the old webcam, I changed some of the sliders and stuff, and it very much made it a fluorescent red, like it made it an intense red. This is actually the color. It is red, but what's really nice is I can look at this and it's the same color on the screen, whereas before it was this color, and on screen it was like in your face, vibrant red. It was crazy. Barry the Cactus with a hydrate.
That's an awesome name, Barry the Cactus.
Barry the Cactus, legendary name, absolute mad lad.
That's original. I love it. That is awesome.
Thank you, Barry the Cactus. Much love to you. Love it. Oh, definitely has improved the quality. Oh, good. I'm glad he's saying it's improved in quality, because honestly, I've been thanking them, because honestly, without this community of amazing cosplayers and amazing friends and people from all over the world, I won't be able to upgrade my stream and make things better. Eventually, I hope, I'll be able to do some crazy stuff and really get going in terms of mad content. And especially when COVID is over, I want to get a bunch of Space Marines over. If I could get a bunch of Space Marines and have a bunch of us sat in my workshop and, do a live stream... do a live stream with a bunch of Space Marines. Not us in cosplay, but have their Space Marines here all stood up behind us. So, a chair in front of each Space Marine, and each Space Marine stood behind each person. I would love to do that at some point. But anyway,
that would actually be pretty cool.
Back to the question, which is, what got you into it? What started you on your journey? What gave you that push down the rabbit hole, like I was saying just now? What gave you that sort of, that nudge to start you off on your cosplay journey?
I don't actually really know. It's I just remember looking at it and I thought it was really fun. I used to do armor building for Vikings. So I used to have leather armor. I used to make my own swords and stuff. So when I got into foam, it's this is really fun. But I don't know. I think I used to do the old Airfix model kits, and I loved building stuff. So I was just kind of yeah, I mean, glue wasn't hard, but then it's foam. It's that was fun. I don't know. I guess because I used to do woodwork and stuff, and I was really hands-on. It's it's pretty similar tools and stuff like that. So this is easy. But
you're really into your Airfix models, then, I take it.
I've got Airfix, Tamiya Academy.
Oh, you've got Tamiya. Tamiya's cool. I know Tamiya's very, very.
And I've got Edward. I think it's Edward. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I've never heard of Edward, but I've heard of Tamiya and.
Edward I think is a really intricate kit. I bought it because they had the Mark 6 and 9 Spitfire that I was after, because that one's actually really hard to get in Australia. And then only recently have Airfix now do the some of the older kits. I've got a Jumbo Sherman in 1/35th scale, which they are almost impossible to get.
Wow!
But I've got it just up there. Even the artwork on it is amazing.
Is that built and painted, or is that in the box ready to go?
Oh no, it's literally still in the box. I literally just bought it a few days ago.
Oh right, apparently Pinkflint Edward makes aftermarket detailing parts.
Yeah, you can get photo etched parts, all kinds of stuff. But they make their own kits too. I've got their the Mark 9C Spitfire with the 4 props and that ridiculous 40mm cannons that just tears through everything.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the level of info you have in terms of your Spitfires and your planes and the FX models and guns and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think you and Ranger of Krieg would get on famous. Because if there's a man who knows weapons and war-related information, it is very much Ranger of Krieg. I sent her a picture of a gun, and I was like, what gun is this? I not only got the name of the gun, but its history and how it was built, and I love it every time. There is nothing nicer, there is nothing nicer than sitting there just sort of listening to somebody who is so passionate about what the thing that they're into. There's nothing, you just sit there And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I won't go on. Like, don't you dare!
Yeah, like,
slap.
No,
keep talking.
I'm listening.
I'm
Yeah,
listening
no, I love
because
when
I
people
love
do
this,
that.
and I think this is the best thing. I could literally sit there and just listen to. It's like a really weird ASMR. It's just sort of
like
but
welcome to my
it's just
TED
Harry
Talk.
explaining a tank. It's just like, this is cool. So it's like,
Yeah, it's like I can remember in when I'm not doing cosplay, I'm actually I do secondary teaching, so I do like teaching in high schools and stuff like that.
oh, that's cool.
And it was really funny because I actually had a kid come up to me one day and they're like, "Oh, it's like, is it true that a Centurion battle tank has tea making facilities?" I'm like, "Yep, that is absolutely true." But I thought it was
100%.
funny having like kids actually coming up and asking this kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, all this stuff's pretty true, pretty not true, whatever. It's good fun.
I love
Yeah,
that.
like
I
teaching,
love that.
like kids like coming into the classroom thinking they know armor. It's like, ha, pathetic. But no,
Ha!
some of them are like
Small
some are good.
child.
Foolish child. No, some are pretty cool, but some like think they are like absolute experts. I'm like, you are playing way too much Call of Duty. Way too much.
Genuinely, there's something about listening to people talk about.
Oh yeah, I
something
love
passionate.
it.
Like, for example, the Galactic Elephant. He's still in chat. If you ever watch one of his streams, it's just him talking about what he's doing and just talking about what he's done and this and that and the other. And it's just him by
awesome.
himself, and it's so nice to just listen to. And it's just
Especially when
love
people are passionate
ASMR
about something,
with
they just
Ranger
want
of
to
Creed
share
cosplay.
that.
Meet up at Bovington to hear Harry talk tanks. That would be so
Bovington.
cool.
Oh, that would be fun. I actually would love to go to Bovington. Because I'm actually pretty sure with Bovington, they've actually teamed up with a guy from, where is it? Normandy. And so the world's actually going to get this awesome upgrade. So with that movie Fury and a lot of others, where they're like, oh, we've only have one working Tiger tank in the world. No, we've actually got 4. The other 3 are getting rebuilt. So we now have 4 working Mark 1 Tiger tanks. We've got,
so
and
cool.
there's 2 Tiger 2 tanks. So Bovington have teamed up with a guy who built the Franken Tiger, which that is a creepy ass piece of machinery. It's literally one Mark 1 Tiger made of 6 other Mark 1 Tiger tanks, and they just scrapped them all for parts and built this one, and it's just a ferocious mess. We were actually
talking about it the other night. Harry and I were talking about how they were just like, oh, the engine isn't powerful enough in this engine. It's like in this tank. It's like, oh, it's okay. Get 6 of them and put them together. It's just like, okay, 6 engines.
See, I always had this conversation with friends, like when we talk about like German armor. It's like, I would love to be on the defense board, like go back in time. It's like, folks, we have a great idea. Yeah, we put naval cannon on tracks. Get the fuck out. Get out. You're stupid. It's like, okay, I have a better idea, but we put 2 diesel engines.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah?
5 engines. Sorry, not 6. Also, thank you, Mr. Titan, for the host. I really appreciate it, my dude. Thank you so much. Welcome, Mr. Titan. Mr. Titan is an absolute mad lad, and he is here. But no, it's madness, like the stuff they did, like what was it, Gustav the Railgun, like Thomas the Tank's like very, Thomas the Tank's German cousin.
Dora and Gustav. It's like, what is the purpose of this? Well, we can shell other countries. I'm like, yeah, what's that telling the Luftwaffe? It's like, oh, we can go and carpet bomb a nation. Yeah, we have rail cannon.
I love that. Ranger Creek said, Sherman Fireflies make me smile. Pinkthorn, Gustav the Railgun rides again. Good God.
I actually do love the Sherman Firefly because it's like, oh, we can't fit the gun in here. That's all right. We'll just rotate it sideways so the shell ejects that way instead of backwards.
Yeah, and they literally put the radio outside in a box.
They're like, it's like, we're going to put a box on the back here. What's that for? That's the radio. It's like, you do not want to get hit from behind. But it's funny because the Sherman Firefly was like superior compared to like the Americans, but like it's funny because like everyone goes like, oh, the Sherman tank was so bad. I'm like, it literally says anti-infantry. It was never designed to take on tanks. It was hilarious.
Thank you so much. Canis Cosplay has joined the chat with 100 biddies and a corgi. Thank you so much, Canis Cosplay. Apparently, Gustav only had 2 degrees of left and right aiming.
I mean, to be honest, you wouldn't really want to be under that firing or otherwise. I mean, it just looks horrible.
Sherman was cheap and mass-produced. Wow, the chat is going nuts for railguns and stuff now.
Shermans.
That's just wow. That's seriously wow. The chat is the. We're talking. This is the thing. Everyone likes tanks. I don't think there's anyone I know who doesn't like tanks. Tanks are fucking great.
Well, to be honest, I even got like Jess into tanks. I was like telling her it's like the superiority when people like because like the one thing I hate when I teach history. And you always get that one kid who's like, you know, really nuts on like German armor. Like, it's like, oh, if you bring up the Tiger tank, I'm going to debunk everything you have to say about it. Like when they sit there and go like, oh, it was so superior. I'm like, yeah, but you can kill this thing side on and from behind. Because like a lot of people didn't know this. The reason the Germans stopped painting the iron crosses on the side of the tanks, the Americans and the British were like, yep, you see that? You aim 6 inches, bang, ammo rack. And the British were like, oh, okay. And the Russians are like, okay. So everyone just started peppering the shit out of them. That's why a lot of them got blown up half the time. Is like, you just aim for that cross, bang, straight through it, ammo racked. It's good fun.
Look at this. Chat is mad. I'm not even going to try and keep up with chat right now with the level of chatting that they're doing. Honest to God. What would your advice be to somebody who has just started off in the cosplay world?
Just started off?
Like someone who's just got their first tub of glue or their first glue gun, their first knife, their first pack of foam, and they're like, I want to build something like a shield or a helmet or something. Like, what would your advice be to them?
Do it. Honestly, just do it. Ignore all the negativity.
Do it.
Yeah, like I would literally just be like, you know, design it, take your time, be patient, don't give up. Like if you build one or two and for whatever reason it doesn't work, like keep trying, just do it. Just don't listen to the negativity. Like if it's something you want to do, just do it. Have fun with it. Take your time. Yeah.
I like that.
So it's good fun.
I like that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's what I would say. I'd say just do it, have fun, take your time, and enjoy.
See.
And just be patient, because like glue and stuff like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, like hot glue takes like a good age to dry. Yeah. That's what. That's what good old contact cement now. Good old contact cement.
Yes, that's what I've got. And also, if they do use hot glue, be lenient with it.
Yeah. And try not to squeeze too much on the outward seam. Try to squeeze it on the inward seam.
That's what I would say. I'd just be like, just take your time, have fun, be patient, and just do it. Just enjoy it. Have fun with it.
In the world of cosplay, as Stug Life, there's people in chat saying Stug Life. Good God. I do like living the Stug Life, though, Ranger of Creek cosplay madness. In all with all the cosplay and stuff all over the world, it doesn't have to just be Australia, like all over the world. Do you have a favorite cosplayer? Like a favorite?
Favorite cosplayer.
Like everyone knows mine, but like I like to ask people who theirs are.
Favorite cosplayer.
See,
no,
some people don't have one. That's not a problem if you don't.
Yeah, no, I don't really have one. It's like I like everyone's cosplay for different reasons, whether it's like the way they've painted it, the way they've built it.
Yeah.
Through to the ornate details. There was one dude I liked who did a very realistic Yautja Predator, which I thought looked amazing, but no, I don't really have a favorite. I like everyone's cosplays for many different reasons, like from painting, weathering, detailing, height. Like there's like 1,000 different reasons I like cosplay. So yeah, no, I like everyone's different stuff.
I like that.
And I like when people like attempt to break records and like I love seeing like the really large cosplayers like Armor and stuff like with Terry's Terminator stuff like that. And I've seen people do like what's that? What are the Gundam models? I've seen people cosplay like the Gundam robots.
Do you know what's really funny? You mentioned Gundam. We have a friend of mine who in chat who's obsessed with Gundam. Whether he's still here, I'm not sure, but he is. He's in chat and he's obsessed with Gundam. And I'm actually, believe it or not, currently in the middle of a commission to make a Gundam shield.
Model.
It's literally sat over there. Like
that's
I've
awesome.
Got it sat over there. I've currently there he is, Nocturne's Forge. He is in the chat. There he is, and I'm currently working on a human scale shield. It's not a Gundam size shield. It's not like 7 feet or 6 feet. It's 38 inches. 38 inches from top to bottom. So it's not like colossal, but it's still pretty, decent. Galactic Elephant puts on RX-78 Gundam helmet. It's madness. I love it. I just Gundam and me,
awesome.
I've never been able to get into Gundam as much as some people I know, but definitely Nocturne's Forge. If there's anyone, it's like Ranger of Krieg you go to for war stuff. If you want to know anything about Gundam, you go to Nocturne's Forge. It's people know their stuff. Like if you want to know anything about the old vintage TE tractors, like the old Ferguson tractors, you come to me.
Oh, no.
You want to know anything about the Iron Warriors? You come to me. Gundams? No, I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I never got into them either, but I do think they're cool. But yeah, I never got into building them or painting them or markering them either. I think they're cool, but yeah, this wasn't really for me.
I like that. Like Ranger of Krieg said, Gundam is mentioned. Nocturne's Forge breaks through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah! Alright, the question we were actually talking about earlier, which is, what's the most expensive prop you've ever made?
Most expensive prop.
Because obviously we did most expensive cosplay and cheapest cosplay, but what's the most expensive prop you've ever made? Because I know prop.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the most expensive prop ever made. And I know the chat is just going to go fucking mental on this one. It was actually the largest, most expensive prop I built. Well, and it was a team of me and 7 other people.
Oh my god, is this a Dreadnought?
Pretty much. It was a 1-to-1 scale replica of a Tiger, like a mid-series Tiger turret. Full turret.
What did you build
the big
that
80,
for?
It was so we were doing like this film based, like it was like a mini film based on Michael Whitman, like a Panzer Ace commander, and I played like a German gunner, and we needed a turret, but of course, trying to get a Tiger turret, like impossible.
Yeah, you just can't. Yeah.
So we literally built one. Got a foam, metal, anything we could find. We literally built a 1-to-1 scale turret, because it was only being like the photo was just from like the turret and the commander like standing out of the turret. So I was like, oh, that's easy. We can just put it on some boards or something. The guy stands in it and you take the photo. And we did a couple of shots with it. And yeah, so it was a Tiger 1 turret made out of foam, insulation foam. And we even like had like the full like cog wheel and everything to like the rotating mechanism, everything. But yeah, it was a 1-to-1 scale, life size Tiger 1 turret, working hatches and everything. Yeah, that was the largest and most expensive prop ever done.
Do you know how much roughly? Like if you're able to say, like if you're not, that's not a problem. But damn, that sounds like it was.
It was like over $6,000 to build this turret.
That's Australian dollars.
Yeah, 6,000 Australian dollars. Yes.
Someone in chat will probably do the probably do the math.
I think over there for you guys, it's like I don't know if it goes higher or lower. I can't actually remember.
I think it goes lower.
I think so. I'm not too familiar with it.
Neither am I.
Yeah, it was like
6,000. But yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Sounds cheap for what it was. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, well, I mean.
Yeah, Chaos Scott said, what's that in freedom? So what's that in dollars? What's that in freedom bucks? Monopoly money.
It would have been a good display for like Halloween or something, or it's like here and there, just like just put it in the front yard and people drive past. Like, what are you building? Oh, I'm just building a tank.
Oh, I'm telling you what, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna mention it, but Harry will get mad at me if I mention it. What's the most uncomfortable cosplay you've ever made?
Uncomfortable, or
so like something like you've worn it for a day, and suddenly it's just, like,
oh, what's uncomfortable? I don't know. Uncomfortable.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong, the Iron Warrior before The Iron Warrior before I like padded him up and stuff was
I
rough.
would probably
like,
actually go with the Space Marines, like regarding the COD piece, and I would say like sometimes I'd probably say the stilts, I find walking stilts like in general, like for height, I've never been able to find one where it's like decently comfortable. They're always pretty like, you just get out of the army like, oh my, like your leg is just dead.
I'm not gonna lie, thanks
No.
to my Iron Warrior, I've got calves like fucking iron now, thanks to my Space Marine. Like, I shit you not. Like, I got in my Space Marine with like my like normal person calves, and I got out and I'd like twist my leg and I'd look at it and be like, damn! And it's like a chunk of it's
Just
fucking madness.
bulging chiseled flesh.
It's like that.
Nah.
You know SpongeBob when he like shows his legs and they're all really ripped and muscular. And he's like holding. It's like that, but it's like normal from the waist up, and then it's like this fucking.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, it's so funny.
Yeah, no, I'd say with like any cosplay that's got stilts, like anything that's got
Nate.
like stilts. I mean Terrier's idea, and I think a few others have done like that. The roller skate? You
Roller
put the roller
skate on it, and then yeah.
That is a lot better compared to just getting foam and just going and playing Tetris with it. Like
Yeah.
the roller skate idea, it's still a bit, but I would say most uncomfortable. Anything that's like higher than say 6 or 7 feet, like Space Marines, like Gundam, anything like that, it's like your legs just, if you're not used to that and you're trying to walk and you're trying to like lift all this weight, like because the Space Marine legs are pretty heavy, and you're like, ugh. But yeah, like you said, you never skip leg day.
The Galactic Elephant. Don't judge my 5 kilo boots. Jeez Louise, that is some hefty boots. That is. But then, if I had to ask you, then again, the other side of the coin, what's the comfiest cosplay you've ever done? Something you can just slap on? Is it like the pirate, or would you say it's?
Yeah, no, I'd probably say like the gunslinger I did was actually really comfortable. Like the Viking I did. Oh, the Sand Trooper was great because the Sand Troopers literally was just like woodchuck boots. They were just like white, like what do you call like Chelsea boots, like dress boots almost. They were super comfortable. Not the greatest ankle protection if you like slipped, but they were super comfortable.
But they were comfortable.
Yeah, I'd say the Sand Trooper.
Sand Trooper?
Yeah, that thing was like because like we had similar to like Space Marines how people do the PC fan cooling idea. We had that in the Sand Trooper, so the Sand Trooper's power pack also had a cooling fan in it, and then here in the chest. But like we had it under ours with like the neck seals. We had a straw. So like inside the armor here, you could put like your drink in there, and we had a straw running all the way up. So if you got thirsty, you could just like be drinking through this helmet, and no one could see, and you're just sitting there like chugging on your drink, like what up?
I fucking love that.
Was pretty good.
Just chugging on your drink, like what up? That's great. I love that.
Yeah, no, it was good. It worked. It kept us hydrated.
Zug, the absolute mad lad, who's also currently building a Space Marine, he said, so far each boot I've built is heavier than the entire torso.
Oh, that brutal.
But Zug, though, like, you should see his suit and then you should see him. Like, I'm talking, he is built like a tank. Like, he's a brick shit house. So he will, you wouldn't want to fuck with Zug, man. Like, you would, if you met him on a Saturday night and you had a few bevies and you just turned around, you'd be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
It's like,
you're
Zug's
in a world of trouble.
Like, he's what was it? And what was the one that Harry and I used to? Oh, an absolute fucking unit. That's the one. Yeah. Nate the Chilvahan. He is a unit. He's an absolute fucking unit. I absolutely love him. He's a mad lad. He's a brick shit house. Yeah, he's built like a brick shit house. That's what we call that. That's a term we use in the.
Yeah, we have that term here. It's like if you're really muscular build or something, like, or just really thick, you're a brick shit house. Yeah,
brick shit, and that is a good thing. You don't have to panic.
Yeah, no.
Soon, in the next few weeks, I'll be starting the build of the Emperor class Battle Titan. Mr. Titan 40K is actually building an Emperor class Battle Titan cosplay. Which is madness. He has built one Titan already, and that was insane.
That's awesome.
He's building another one, which is going to be madness.
That is cool. That is awesome. I'd love to see that.
Like, would you say Warhammer 40K? Would you say that Warhammer is something that's had like quite a huge impact on your life?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
like, because in high school I had a friend of mine who, like, he was big on painting miniatures, and every time he would sit there and like explain the lore, I'd just be like, yep, keep going, like tell me more, like reveal everything. And I'd just sit there and absorb his knowledge, and like I'd watch him paint, and I'd just sit there and go, oh, that is so awesome. I even like the books. Like I've started actually collecting like the Black Library and a couple of others. Like I love everything from the books to like the people cosplaying, seeing people's painting. Could never really get into like the actual tabletop game, but like I liked watching people paint it. Like it just looks awesome. It's just a really fun thing to be a part of.
It is madness, isn't it?
Awesome.
But some of the books, like, do you know what's really funny? Before we were on here, I jumped on Evil Ted's stream super quick, and I was chatting to Evil Ted, and he said he started reading. He started reading up on some of the lore, and he just went, "That is it's some of the darkest shit he has ever read." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's grimdark. It's like you were saying, like it's like people are like, oh, I wish I could live in this fantasy world. Oh, I wish I could live in like Harry Potter the fantasy world. I wish I could live it's like Warhammer 40k. I don't want to live in that world."
Yeah, so like for everyone else, it's like at uni, when I was at university, a friend of mine came up with the one of the greatest quotes / catchphrases I ever heard, which was like, people of the Star Trek universe would quite enjoy the Star Trek universe. People of the Star Wars universe would really enjoy living in there. But of the Warhammer 40k universe, nobody wants to live in the Warhammer 40k universe.
Not a single damn person.
Like,
that is
fuck that.
That is not a lie. That is
it's like
just
you always get like, you get people who'd be like, oh, if I lived in like Warhammer, I was like, oh, I'd be this. I'm like, I guarantee you wouldn't have a choice what you're gonna be doing. Or like, people
Zug
would be
says,
like, oh,
he's incredibly dense, not tone or muscle. Yeah, but you don't need to be toned or ripped. You're an absolute unit, my dude. Like, trust me. You're legendary, and I love it. But no, I like that. I like that sort of. That kind of the sort of fact that you sat there and watched him paint, and that's what sort of got you into it. I like that your friend encouraged
it was
you.
good
basically,
fun.
Your friend sort of started your addiction. Again, sorry, Harry. I bought Harry some Krieg models from Forge World at Warhammer World, and they're resin, so they're the Forge models, and now he's addicted to resin. So he's addicted to resin crack now. So I mean,
at least it's not like he's addicted to those. Oh, well, I don't know if you guys had them differently, but like when we got like do you remember when the models were like metal, like the space marines were made of?
I remember.
They were, oh god, they were shit to paint. They were horrible.
Ranger Creek just said, rips a fat line of resin dust. Woo! Let's go, my dude. I love
Party
that.
time ahoy.
Yeah, exactly. I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I remember those horrible, horrible kids trying to paint them with like, oh.
Did you watch the guy? If you go to YouTube and type in Metal Thunderhawk, this guy bought an incredibly rare, very expensive kit and builds a Metal Thunderhawk, and it weighs a quarter of a ton. Like it's crazy.
I was gonna say there's a guy here who's got he runs a tabletop warfare store just down from me, and in his store he's actually someone has built, I think it's like I don't have like a tape measure or anything, but someone like hanging from his roof, he's got like props people have donated to his store for display. So he's got like a Mandalorian helmet. He's got some like swords and props people have made, but like when you go to the Warhammer section, he's got like the cardboard things of like Nighthawk gunships, but in the middle, he's got this huge one hanging from the ceiling that's made out of, I think, like laser cut foam, and it's like about 2.5 meters, and it's just hanging from his ceiling, but he's made it look like it's crashed through the ceiling and it's like coming in. Like doing like a strafing run. I'm like, that is fucking badass.
Fucking mint. Is that like near you or?
Yeah, it's like about like 40 minutes away.
Dude,
or like
you should get a photo of that someday and put it on your Instagram.
Next time I'm there, I'll get a photo
insane.
of like, check this out.
We have had a hydrate from Lord Zug.
That's convenient. I was going for the drink anyway.
Going for the chug anyway. I love that.
That was convenient.
Where'd you get your name from? Crusader Cosplay and Props. Where'd you get that?
I just came up with it because it's like because I was doing like Black Templars, and then like I remember that their head flagship is the Eternal Crusader, and I was just like, oh, Crusader. I was like, oh yeah, I could use something like this. So I kind of stole the name from like the Templars flagship. And then it's like, but like, I'm like always like crusading, doing something different. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good name. I'm always like crusading to find better paint, better foam, better glue. So I'm like always crusading to like pillage model stores of all their foam and glue.
Like, I can imagine you like putting on your coat, your backpack, putting your hood up and be like, I'm going to crusade.
I've literally like done that with like a hardware store. It's like I've got a backpack and it's just like I'm here to pillage.
I love that. That's
and it's just like loading this backpack with like foam, contact cement, like like the cutting blade for like a box cutter, like a new box cutter.
Just loading it in, like let's go.
And I'm like, I'd love to know what the counter thinks when I drop this up there and be like, greetings.
I have come for supplies.
Because like it's like I do it like monthly, so I'm wondering if anyone's kind of noticed. They're like, "What do you buy all this for?" It's like I build shit and I'm good at it.
I tell you what, it's like currently I'm looking for my contact cement order, and I'm hopefully going to get a friend to order it for me, because the contact cement I used you can't get posted to the UK currently. The reason being is due to Brexit and stuff, so that's kind of. It's really shitty.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, oh, we're currently not sending it to the UK because packages are getting lost and stuff. And it's like, I was like, God damn it. So I currently, like, that's all the contact cement I have left. And I have I have this shield to build. So hopefully, by the time, like, this tin is almost finished, I would have had 3 more tins delivered so that I have enough glue. I need to make sure.
Yeah, because like we have contact cement here that's easy to get, but some of it's, all right. Some of it's good, but... Oof, some of it's like, the smell. Oof.
Oh, it smells awful, but it's contact cement. It's a
it does a great job.
Like, I don't think there's any glue I've ever opened a tin of or opened a pot of that I've been like, that smells nice. It's always been a case of that stinks.
There was a PVA glue I used to use. It was like a German, like just a wood glue. And they actually scented the glue, so like if it leaked or anything, you could smell it. I'm like, oh, that is awesome, but I've never been able to find it since. But yeah, it's like like say if you like put it in your cupboard or what, and it like leaked, you'd be like, oh shit, like you can actually smell it, and you can like clean up or find where the source is, and be like, oh, now I know where it's leaked, and I can clean it up.
I like that.
It was awesome, but I've never been able to find it since. But it was awesome. It was like $8 for like a 1.2 liter bottle, and I was like, it was awesome, and it was really when it stuck. If you put something together, you only had to wait 5 minutes, and it was like super glue. Like you could not tear. It was really strong.
We have a question from chat from Casual Props. Question for Crusader: do you watch Eurovision?
Do I watch what?
Eurovision.
No, I don't. I know what Eurovision is. No, I don't watch Eurovision. But I do know what it is. Like we have it aired
what
here.
He was trying to ask you.
Yeah, because I know what Eurovision is, like the big like song and music like contest thing. Yeah, I know what it is, but no, I don't watch it. No.
Oh, fair. Well,
I know it's big.
He knows what it is, but he doesn't watch it. Casual.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what he was going to ask you. That's so weird. I was trying to figure out what he was going to ask you, but. I'm not sure what
I'm waiting for like an epic sax thing, because like isn't that where that came from? That was like Eurovision, wasn't it? Yeah, maybe that's what it's like.
But why is Australia in Eurovision? I don't know, Casual.
Oh, is that what he's asking?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm so
to be honest,
why is the UK? Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I mean, actually, you know what? Yeah, now you think about it, yeah, why is Australia in Eurovision? That's actually a pretty good question.
No idea.
To which I do not have the answer for, so can't really help you there.
No idea.
Yeah, I got no idea on that one either.
I do have thing is I have one of these new questions, but I'm not sure. Like, so basically, have you ever had like anxiety or anything like that in terms of like when you go to events
shit,
and stuff
yeah.
like that?
Yeah, I've been through all that. Like,
has cosplay helped you with your like anxiety and like social stuff? Like, has it?
Shit, yeah. Big time.
That's like one of my newer questions. I haven't asked much.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Very often, I thought I'd give it a go since Fair Play. You've been so decent with these questions. So.
I've had like the black dog come barking a lot, and I actually found before I got into cosplay, I found when I was sitting by myself, like doing like model kits, that used to really help me, like just keeping my hands like doing something,
Yeah, busy.
whether it was like, yeah, like model kits, like terrain builds, painting, like woodwork, building a diorama. Even if I never finished the diorama, you know, just putting it together, like bolting like some walls or yeah, like a model kit, like repairing one of my cars, just anything like that. Anything I was like hands on. When I got into cosplay and I got to meet other people who were doing like-minded stuff, who are also like depression or like have gone through like suicidal thoughts. It's really nice to meet people who've gone through the same, and
Yeah.
have been able to meet like-minded people and have like a sort of like little group together. Like they got people, they know what it's like to go through it, and they have people they can fall back on if something goes wrong. They're like, oh, like, I'm not feeling the best. Nah. You can kind of like, oh, like I'll save you. It's like cosplay's kind of like, it's like your superhero, and it's like you need someone to turn to. So you got like your cosplay, you've got your armor, you've got, I mean, anything you've built. It's like that's like your superhero, and you can turn to it whenever you want it or need it. It's
I
really
like
cool. I
that.
like it.
That's such a
Yeah.
great way. I'm really glad I asked you that one now, because
Yeah. Nah.
that's a great one. Seriously, holy crap, that was such a genuine, like, honest answer. I love that. That was fantastic, dude. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
holy crap. You need a hero?
But
Yes,
yeah.
you do, Chaos Gold. You need a hero.
Yeah, it's like you've got it there, and you know, like when you wear it, like you're gonna be making so many other people smile too. Whether it's like kids, like I've even had like elderly people come up to me in the space marine, and it's like sometimes when I'm in a model store, you'll have like there's always that one old guy who's like an ex like tank operator, and he still builds it, and then you see like in the space marine, he'll come up to you and he'll be like, oh, that is just you got like this like 75-year-old guy just looking in your armor going like, it's like, oh, if we had these back in and you're sitting there like joking, like imagine like, yeah, like World War II with like space marines.
I love that. I
And it's
love
cool
that.
like having old people like come up to you and go like, oh, that's like really impressive. And there's like the old guy and he's just sitting there like like a little child going, it's like, if we had these back in my it's awesome. I love it.
What
It's good
is
fun.
what is cosplay to you?
Um,
I've had so many quite
yeah,
genuine and heartfelt answers to this question. I thought considering we're on that sort of line right now where that's what we're talking about, I thought I'd
yeah.
ask you, like, what is cosplay to you?
I would say I'd say it's like a cosplay to me. Oh, that's a good one. um,
I'm
okay,
glad
I'd
that's a
say
good one. I'm not gonna lie. I have tried quite hard with these questions. I haven't added
yeah,
many
no,
to
that's a
this list
good
since I
one. I
started, but
like
it's
it.
such a good list.
Yeah, no, I do like it. This is great. Cosplay to me, I'd say it's a joy. It's like an escape. It's like anyone who's like done like laughing and stuff. Like, you know, it's like you read like it's your dream come true. Like, you know, if you like laughing, but it's like, you know, you weren't there at the time, but like you can like recreate the armor and like you can just have fun. You can just be you. It's imagination. It's creative. It's like everything you thought of as a child, like creativity. You've brought it to life. Like you are now that dream you had. You are now that idea you had. Like you're actually the idea become realistic. It's awesome.
See, that I like.
It's
That's
yeah, like cosplay is just it's just imagination, adventure, creativity. It's like everything imagination come to life, and it's awesome. Like if you think it, you can do it. Like if you imagine it, you can make it. I love it. It's great. It's fun.
that's yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that question, I've got it, like, I've written it in black pen, and it's the only one in black. The only thing is, like, the only reason that one's in, like, you know, all in black and, like, specifically there is because I get such a genuine, really deep answer from everyone I've asked that question to, and I love that.
No, that's a good one.
And
I
I
do
love
like
that
that
question.
question.
I think it's absolutely awesome. I do have one last question for you before
Yeah.
we wrap up for the night. And by the way, can I say thank you so much for being on?
No,
Considering
this
that was
has been
4 a.m.
awesome.
What time is it currently with you right now?
It's currently 6:12 a.m.
6:12 a.m. Can we honestly, Post his links in the chat. I want as many of you to just go and follow this man. Go follow him on his Instagram. Get those numbers up. And obviously, it is a new Instagram. For those of you wondering, it is quite a new Instagram. There isn't a whole lot on there. But then again, he's just starting that Instagram. So, go follow him. Get ready, because these posts are coming. I feel like these posts are going to be on there quite soon.
This would be fun. And also, if anyone's ever, going through cosplay and you always feel down or anything. I actually love talking to people, whether it's cosplay, if you're say if your parents just died, or if you're going through something dark. I love talking to people, and if it's talking about cosplay takes your mind off it, or if you're feeling lonely, I love talking to people. I love meeting new people, so I can literally message people for hours on end. So just spam my inbox. I'll be happy to talk to anybody.
Even if it's at 4 a.m.
Yeah, if you message me at 4 a.m. and be like, I can't sleep, I'm feeling down, or I was like, oh, I can't sleep, how do you make this? If I hear the notification, I will actually sit there, I'm like, yep, and then I'll probably end up slowly falling asleep. But as soon as I wake back up, I'm like, how much of that made sense? And if it didn't, I'm like, okay, reiterate. Retype it.
Well, can I just say, genuinely, thank you so much for coming on, especially at 4 a.m. Especially at 4 a.m. It's now 6 a.m. with you. Can I honestly? That's the nicest thing. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I genuinely appreciate it.
No, this has been awesome. Much. I love it. I've had so much fun. I've just seen a couple of notifications through Instagram, and I'm pretty sure it's people sending follows and stuff, which I'll go through everyone's Instagram and check it all out. If anyone has
Make
questions
sure you guys
or
give
messages,
him a follow. His link is in the chat. Give him a follow. He's there. He's looking at his phone. Give him a follow. Give him a follow. He will go through your Instagram. He will follow you back. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah, I've just seen Alec, and there was a couple more. I'm sorry, I actually didn't read them out. So far, Alec. So I can't actually read that well on here. Oh, Zug is on there.
Hey, Zug, my guy.
I think I'm saying that right. Matt Callow, if I've got that wrong,
Matt
I'm very
just followed.
sorry.
He just said, done did a follow. He just followed me back. The Chaos Scold said you just followed him back.
Nice. Yeah.
This is great. Yeah. This is what community is. This is what we do. This is what we do. Now, my last question to you is there anyone on Twitch that you know of that is live now that you would like us to go and raid? Because what we do is we take everyone and we go and raid them. If not, it is open to people in chat, and also if not, we also have people online on my Twitch here, which I also have a look at as well. We also have a Hydrate, and yes, Warham fam, #WarFam. That's fantastic. My last gulp. I love that.
Oh,
we are Legion.
No, this has been fun. I've enjoyed this. This
has been absolutely fantastic. I genuinely can't wait to see what you post next on your...
No, me neither. I can't wait to see what other people are going to do. And I think even Jess wants to get into... actually, if anyone ever gets into the whole cosplay thing, it's Jess started talking to me about it. And... when I got here into Warhammer, I was discussing the big titty nun girls with heavy weapons, and she kind of wants to do one of them. I'm like, that would actually be cool, going to conventions with her as a sister of battle and me with the Templar Marshal. I'm like, oh, get on board. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's even better when you got a partner or a friend who's just as into it, even if they're not, but they're excited seeing you in it. It's just as fun. It's awesome. Having the support is awesome too.
I have just found someone to raid. It's not a piss bottle. People are saying it's a piss bottle. It's actually... Look, you can read it. Look how decent my camera is now. Look how close you are. You can read it. Also, yes, my links are also in the chat as well. Also, there is something I need to check super quick. Before we jump off #piss bottle, I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. It's not a piss bottle. Please stop. Honestly.
No, please do.
Right. We have one more thing to do. Check this out. That is my new thanks Genuinely, as always, I want to thank Nate the Chill Valhallan and Ranger of Krieg. I love you guys so much. You guys are fantastic. I have found someone to raid, so we're going to go and raid them. Make sure you guys follow my moderators as well. They have socials. They are absolute legends. So we are going to go and raid. Let's go raid. And we are going to raid tonight. We're going to raid the wonderful Godan60. He's an absolute legend. Ranger of Krieg knows who I'm talking about. So also, if you guys really like that exclamation mark thanks I just did, let me know if there's anything you guys want to add to it. Give me a shout. My moderators are in chat if they want anything added to it. I know Ranger of Krieg has his link tree in there, and Nate the Chill Valhan has his Instagram in there, so that's absolutely awesome. So once again, from myself and the absolutely fantastic Crusader Cosplay, stick around. We're about to go and raid him. Have a good night, and thanks again. Genuinely, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being here.
Hey, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for having me on here. Like, this has been awesome.
So thank you again, and we shall see you all soon. Bye for now.